Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aditi Divya Prasidhanty, number 15.
And my name is Sheila Nurul Fadillah Octaviany, number 32, and we are from 12 Science 1.
So today we're gonna try a science experiment about sugar water density. And we're gonna tell you how to make a rainbow in a glass.
Experimental background. Name Archimedes may be familiar to most people. He was a mathematician and inventor from Greece who lived between 287 before century and 212 before century. He is famous for discovering the law of hydrostatics, or better known as Archimedes' law. The origin of this law was simple. According to Vitruvius, a votive crown for a temple had been made for King Hero II of Syracuse, who had supplied the pure gold to be used, and Archimedes was asked to determine whether some silver had been substituted by the dishonest goldsmith. Archimedes had to solve the problem without damaging the crown, so he could not melt it down into a regularly shaped body in order to calculate its density. While taking a bath, he noticed that the level of the water in the tub rose as he got in, and realized that this effect could be used to determine the volume of the crown. For practical purposes, water is incompressible, so the submerged crown will displace an amount of water equal to its own volume. By dividing the mass of the crown by the volume of water displaced, the density of the crown could be obtained. This density would be lower than that of gold if cheaper and less dense metals had been added. Archimedes then took to the streets naked so excitedly by his discovery that he had forgotten to dress, crying, "Eureka, Eureka!" which means, "I have found it, I have found it." The test was conducted successfully, proving that silver had indeed been mixed in. Goals. The goals from this experiment is first to make a rainbow in glass, and second to prove the Archimedes law.
Tools and materials. So first of all, there are tools and materials that we need to make a rainbow in a glass. First, we need 5 glasses, a warm water, of course the sugar, a food coloring, a pipette, and a teaspoon. Steps. The first step that we need to do is put a sugar in a glass with a difference 1 teaspoon per glass. The first glass we need to add only 1 teaspoon of sugar. The second one we need to add 2 teaspoons of sugars. The third glass we need to add 3 teaspoons of sugar. And the last glass we need to add 4 teaspoons of sugar. The second step that we need to do is add hot water to the glass with unequal measures. Then stir the water until it comes together. The next step that we need to do is add 2 drops of food coloring in each glass with a different color. Then stir the water until it comes together again. The next steps, we need to prepare the fifth glass and the pipettes. Use the pipettes to transfer the colored sugar water to the empty glass.
Use the pipettes to transfer about half of the blue water into the empty glass. Then, transfer half the green water into the rainbow glass. Add it slowly on top of the blue water. Be careful to not mix the color. Do the same thing with the yellow and the red water. And finally, you'll see a beautiful rainbow. Conclusion. The conclusion from this experiment is, due to the different sugar content in each color, the higher sugar content, the greater the density of the water. This is what causes the color is not to mix with each other, just like blue, green, yellow, and red, because they have different densities. That's all what we can share today. We hope it can be useful for us. Hope you like it and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.